What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Elle Varner, and you're checking out my boy, David Duane.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you tuning back into On Air with your one and only rock star on the mic, David Duane. In the place to be in right now, we've got our girl, Elle Varner, back with us. And guess what? Y'all been waiting for her brand new project to come out. Well, it's here. Ellevation. What's going on, Elle?
What's up?
Listen, I gotta say, welcome back. It feels so great to have you to talk about this brand new music. So congratulations on this brand new project.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Absolutely. And it's been such a long time coming from you, like just being in this music industry and taking time. And a lot of people don't understand that this business is not very easy. You know, you got to take time to, really go through the motions. You got to tour too. You've got to record. You got to go through life. You have to really experience real shit. And so for you, just experiencing all that you've experienced and now just kind of like reflecting on everything, because it's been a while since we've talked as far as interviews and concerned, but we always talk online. But like, how has everything been as far as like from then to now, would you say, and just reflecting on it?
Well, I would say that I'm in a much stronger and more powerful position. And to be completely honest, there were so many questions at all the time for myself. And I always found myself just trying to, get through the interview or just trying to answer as best as I could without really knowing anything. And then there was a point where I allowed my frustration to discourage me in a lot of ways. And I went through that whole chapter of just feeling like, okay, I'm tired, I'm frustrated, I'm depleted creatively because I'm not in the right space. I'm not being nourished. My resources are all these things. And so, but what ends up happening is if you take that situation and apply it to anything in life, whether it's being in the military or working at the post office or at a school, it's like as long as when you get to a point of taking each day as it comes, and doing the best that you can do with that day, it gets a lot easier. And the things that I had go through have led me to a place of much more personal power. My power doesn't come from the situation that I'm in.
Right.
My power comes from how I'm handling it and my approach to whatever that is of the day. So I would say my life is pretty simple. It is starting to get really crazy again, which it's been a minute since it was like that.
Right.
I'm just, child. I got to get back on my workouts. I got to get on my healthy eating because there's no other way to function. You know what I mean? And it's very demanding.
Yeah, absolutely. And, to take care of yourself too, because like you said, your schedule is getting busy. And I'm glad that honestly that you had the moment to really live life, go through ups and downs, to inspire this new music, because you're one artist that is, like, as I've always said, has been a force to be reckoned with, not even just as far as the R&B is concerned, but, just that mixture of it, and just as a woman, and I think that people can really look at you as a role model, because like you said, like every day, of course, like every day is different, like you have to go through experiences and figure out, like, am I going to let this beat me or am I going to beat it? And it's a good thing that you took that discovery and said, you know what, I'm going to still rock it. And you went from being a major artist to now an indie artist. And guess what? But indie is the new cool thing, though. Like you have that control over your music. You have your own label now. Everything is what Elle wants, and it's not what everybody is saying. And it's just that time. I think it's that time we're seeing a shift in R&B, where there's hardly any signed R&B artists like that. I mean, the newer kids, they're cool and all, we know who they are, but, and there's going to be a time where they say, you know what, that season has passed. This too has passed. And it's a true saying when they say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love Ellevation, and I just love the growth from it. My favorite from it is 1 to 10. So let's
it's 1 to 10.
Yeah, let's talk about the inspiration behind that record, because it's definitely one that, speaking of one, it's literally a track that everybody can really relate to, and if they can't, I don't know where they've been living.
Exactly. Well, thank you. I feel like 1 to 10, it's what I love about 1 to 10 is it's modern in its sounds, in the production, but the approach is very traditional R&B. Right. It's like that, almost begging that I'm not afraid to put myself out there. Like it's not oh, I'm too cool for this shit type R&B, which is a lot of what today's energy is.
Yeah.
Like, I'm past, I don't need you. I don't, whatever. But R&B always used to be, yo, I'm crying in the street, I can't eat, I can't sleep. Like that's something that I definitely want to bring some of that energy into the project.
Right. And I'm glad that you did, because especially with like Wishing Well too, just going off to another record, like just how you the choice of words with it, and just how it was just so metaphoric and it was so symbolic, and it was like just the breakdown of the first verse. And if everybody hasn't heard it, they need to really listen to understand what we're talking about.
Yeah,
I was mind blown. I was really mind blown just in the lyric structure. So would you say for this project you took a lot more pride into like making sure that the lyrics were like more tighter? Not saying that the previous music wasn't tighter, but I can tell like that this was this is the whole Ellevation for real.
Right. I'm so glad that you can see the distinction. I just had an interview where I said it's so much easier for me to hide behind a pretty song. And I said my first album was almost an academic approach to songwriting.
Right.
This is where the hook goes. This is where the B section goes. Because I had studied songwriting so heavily. I was studying Anita Baker and Mary J. Blige, Faith, and Kelly Price, and just their hooks and their song structure. But for the first time, I just let myself go. Like, I just didn't, I said what I needed to say, and still with it, it still is pretty. You know what I mean? I didn't say, fuck you broke,
No, you didn't.
Piece of shit.
That's what we got fuck it all for.
Exactly. I found a way to, and you know what? I will say this. I just realized this. This project, honestly, however this sounds, this project was for me.
Yes.
And that is okay. I think every artist needs to have that moment in their career where they make a project for them. Because from the moment you come out, you got the label behind it, the A&R, you do all that stuff. And then okay, now the sound is this, we need you to do that, we need you to do that. If it's only just one project and that's it will always be the project that was my way of healing and expressing what I went through. And then we can get back to the cute fun shit right after the break. but this was important for me to give this to myself, because at the end of the day, I can't lose myself. I just can't be a sacrificial process of artistry where there's I have to acknowledge myself and what I need, or I'm not a real artist.
Exactly. And you know what? And you've always have said that. And I love the fact that you stay true to that, because you're not the type that's going to be like, okay, let's just go with this because this is cool shit and everybody is doing it. You're like, no, let me go from what I feel, and let me take that time and let me give it to you. Let you actually fall in love with what I'm doing versus I have to be everywhere for you to get it. It's always been organic.
Thank you.
Of course. And now I've got to say, from the GMA performance to Essence, and just the intensity of how, you're still performing with the band, but your vocals have even gotten so much tighter. Like, you've there's just a lot of girl. What else is going on? You just glowing like.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying. I think there's a comfort level. I don't know how to explain it, but it was a blessing in disguise for me to go through what I went through, because you can't feel like this. There ain't nothing you can take away from me at this point. I've already been through that. I've proven myself, and I've contributed a tremendous amount to this musical landscape. Whether or not I'm always getting the recognition for it or the accolades, that's a different story, and that's not what life is all about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do this for that. It'll be nice if it happens, it happens. But I know at the end of the day, for me, it stood the test of time 7 years after only releasing one album. Just lets me know. And listen, this stuff is not easy. We're all on our different paths and our different journeys. If I didn't deal with some of the insecurities that I deal with, I wouldn't be as relatable as I am.
Mm-hmm.
And so I could have been like, I'm the shit, man. I'm killing it a long time ago, but
right.
That wasn't really my path or my journey, and that's not really who I am. And I think that now that I've been through the fire a little bit, and as an adult, I'm in such a comfortable space with what I'm going to do next, and just where I'm at.
And you got to be comfortable with where you're going next, and like you said, you've never been that type to been like, oh well, I've got da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Even though, listen, the numbers on Refill are still freaking phenomenal. Like what? It's like, and you can brag about that every day, all day. But the biggest thing that I say to people is, what just bragging about what you did going to do? What about what you can do now?
Right.
And the fact that, and be like, hey, humbly, I did it. But guess what? When I'm onto this new thing right here, I'm going to succeed and accomplish the exact same thing. And if you guys give into it and love it genuinely, cool. If you don't, guess what? I'm still going to do it because it's therapeutic for my heart and my soul to say what's on my mind. And as a person, as a woman.
Absolutely.
Because that's all that matters.
Right. And even if you look at someone like Sammy, who's a friend of mine, who definitely helped me navigate through some of this stuff, I look at him and he just shows up, and he continues to be enthusiastic and work hard and share. He shares himself with his fans. He's created his own bubble, and you know what I mean? He's happy, he's working, and most importantly, he's feeding people that love his music and what he has to offer. So that's the beauty of today. It's all about how you look at it. Everything is going to be what it's supposed to.
Exactly. And you've been able to stay connected with your fans on social media, and just seeing the response to like everybody wanting the new music and everything. Would you say that definitely helped you stay encouraged through your time away?
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say away, just on a scene in that regard. Yeah, and I'm glad that they definitely kept you encouraged through, your time, just being behind the scenes and just kind of figure out what the next situation was for you. Because I only want to give it to you, Refill were definitely songs that people still, not tonight, people still love those songs. And I think that it's great to have artists such as yourself that create great memories, even if it takes time. Guess what? Life takes time in itself.
Yeah.
For all greatness.
Absolutely. Yep.
So listen, Elle, I just want to say thanks so much for catching up with me today. I'm always
You're welcome.
Going to support no matter shit.
I appreciate it.
Even if we don't talk for a million days. Because
I know it's been so busy. I know.
But you know what though?
But it's all getting back.
It's all getting back, and I love seeing you busy. I love seeing things like GMA and Essence. Even though you've done Essence countless times, but I love seeing the fact that Essence continues to support you. That everybody does.
Yes.
Because you stay consistent. You always hold great relationships. I mean, you're Elle. You're lovable. You're the shit. I ain't even gotta gas you like that. Tell everybody where they can follow you, buy the project, and just stay up to date with you and everything, because that tour is coming up, so they have to be in the building.
Yes, you can follow me everywhere on Elle Varner, at Elle Varner, on all the streaming platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal. You can buy it on Amazon. Come see me on tour. Tickets on ellevarner.com. What's up, y'all? It's your girl Elle Varner, and you're checking out my boy, David Duane.